they'll meet in.
Madhav Nalapat,
Maybe
thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your insight. We are running short in time for that discussion, but thank you very much for joining and sharing your insight. Now we move on to Asia. South Korea has fired warning shots after North Korean soldiers briefly crossed the heavily fortified border in the demilitarized zone. Seoul earlier this week, as North Korean troops were reportedly working to permanently seal the frontier dividing the two Koreas. South Korea's military responded by firing warning shots, prompting the North Korean soldiers to retreat. Pyongyang condemned the action as a premeditated and deliberate provocation, warning it could drive tensions into an uncontrollable phase. North Korea has also declared it will retaliate against any interference with its efforts to shut the border permanently, a move that began last year when it destroyed symbolic roads and rail links connecting the two Koreas. The incident follows a similar confrontation on April, when South Korea fired warning shots after a North Korean border crossing. South Korea's new president Lee Jae-myung has expressed a commitment to restoring trust and pursuing dialogue with the North Korea. However, Pyongyang remains skeptical and continues to expand its nuclear weapons program. Meanwhile, South Korea and the United States have begun their annual joint military exercises, which North Korea condemns as rehearsals for invasion, with both sides maintaining heightened military alert. Tensions on Korean Peninsula remain high. Now for this discussion, we're joined by Dr. Sanjay Kumar. He's a journalist at the Korea Herald, joins us live from Seoul. Thank you, Dr. Sanjay, for joining us again. Good to see you. How do South Koreans perceive this recent border incidents, and do they see this as warning shot, this as a necessary response?
From South Korean perspective, it is a defensive measure which needs to be responded appropriately. Although North Korean side is saying that they have informed about this uh, action and what they were doing near the border side had been informed to the U.S. forces in South Korea. But when these kind of actions happen, South Korean military is uh, is being mandated to do that. So it should not be seen as a deliberate provocation, but a defensive measure. And South Koreans are seeing in that way.
And Dr. Sanjay, what impact do joint U.S.-South Korea military exercises have on current inter-Korean relations with the current climate?
See, warning shots at the border, it is not a new thing. This shows that the entire Korean Peninsula is neither at peace nor at war. But in between, when these military exercises happen from the south and the U.S. collectively, North Korea has always opposed since decades, like I can say like 1960s, 70s, and it is ongoing. But this shows that the dialogue diplomacy of South Korea is not working in current circumstances, and North Korea's tone is the same as it was before. But from military perspective, deterrence is working, but dialogue is not. So this is the situation right now, because North Korea has once again reiterated that they are prepared to respond to any of the provocations
Yes.
the US ROK alliance is going to give. So situation remains the same, but from South Korea perspective,
Yes.
measured defensive action has to be justified.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sanjay, for sharing that insight from Seoul. Please stay with us as we come back